So which of these three electric vehicles will hit the market in 2010? Chrysler isn't saying. But the company has decided to get into the electric vehicle market in a big way. And they're showing us three possibilities, all intended to go into production eventually. There's a Jeep, a minivan, and a sports car. Now, the Dodge EV, the little sports car, is the only all-electric one. The Chrysler and Jeep are what's called extended range electrics, going 40 miles on electricity, then a generator kicks in. Now, one will be chosen to go first. They're not saying yet. That'll happen in 2010. Now, I got to choose just one to drive around the test track. The Jeep was available, so that's the one I got into.
From a driving standpoint, I guess the important thing is to not really notice much difference.
Right.
And other than the lack of sound, I don't notice much difference.
Right. Actually, if anything, you would notice a performance enhancement in the Jeep.
Now, have you had a chance to take this out on the road yet, or
No.
you're looking forward to it now that the wraps are off?
Absolutely. We spent most of our time on this test track right here. We've put quite a few miles on it already, and we have very few problems. More of a pleasure than anything, which has been really great.
I'm sure when you take it out, you're going to get quite the reaction from people.
It's very interesting because you tend to sneak up behind a lot of people. They don't hear you coming, and they kind of jump back and they're like, "Well, what are you doing here?" Even in our own complex, we've had quite a reaction when you drive by. At first, the Jeep didn't have any badging on it, so if they didn't really know it was something, they didn't even know except for the lack of sound. And that's when you kind of catch their attention. It's like, there's really no sound to that.
This project has been in the works since early 2007. Chrysler deciding to keep it quiet, unlike GM Chevy Volt, which has had a lot of publicity. But like the Volt, a lot here depends on battery technology.
What's important is that as we become very focused on gaining energy independence, in other words, not dependent on oil, we don't become dependent on battery technology offshore. And so this is critically important. I think it's a moment in time where we really have to make sure that we put the resources in place, both within the company and at the government level, to do what we say we wanted to do strategically.
While both the Chrysler electric vehicle and the Chevy Volt are targeted for 2010, there are some differences. The Volt, for example, is a unique architecture, and two of the three Chryslers are on existing products. In fact, Chrysler says it could see a day when it has an electric version of all of its products. There's no word yet on pricing, but there's likely to be a premium even with an expected government tax break. And volumes will likely be low at least for the first several years. I'm AUTOBEAT reporter Jeff Gilbert.